Welcome to my channel, Latif's Inspired. Today we're going to be cooking a really simple British Indian restaurant style dish. I'm going to use chicken tikka because that's nice and easy, nice and flavoursome, and it's the most popular dish in the restaurant. This dish is called the Chicken Tikka Achari. So it's a little bit spicy, with a little bit of sour, amazing flavours, and has a punch. So I'm going to cook that dish, Chicken Tikka Achari, for you guys. Thank you. Right guys, the ingredients needed for this dish, I'll just go through. Right, for this I'm using 2 bay leaf. This is optional. Spices are half a teaspoon turmeric, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri dried red chili powder. You can use any chili powder, will be fine. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and I'm also going to be using about 2 teaspoons of the garlic and ginger mix. If you want to know what goes in this mix, give me some requests, I'll show you how it's done. This is just 1 large British onion. I might not use 1 of it, I might use maybe half. Tomato puree, the tomato puree that I made with the channel. And the star ingredient is the chicken tikka. I'm also going to give you the secret ingredient, which is the achar, and I'll show you that bit later. Chef spoon of vegetable ghee, which is about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put the onions in. So put my bay leaf, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can put more or less depending on how much you like. About kasuri methi, it's a good pinch. I would say it's about 1 teaspoon. We need the onions to be caramelized and become transparent, nice and soft before we add the next ingredients. It's been about a minute or so. I put the heat on a medium-high heat. I don't want to burn the onions, I just want to soften them. I'm using fresh onions. In the restaurant I would have used the Buna onion. Again, I'll show you that on the channel pretty soon. This is going to take a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes, for the onions to get cooked. I'm just going to put a lid, and I want the onions sort of to steam, cook. Wait for about a few minutes. I just don't want the onions to burn, so you'll have to be very careful. It's been about a minute. Obviously having a lid helps with the heat, and it sort of steams the onions, which are very good. The onions are caramelizing nicely. You can add a splash of water. Helps the onions cook. It's also much healthier. I think when you use a bit of water, it just helps, prevents you from obviously using too much oil. You don't want an oily curry. Right, it's been about 3-4 minutes now. The onions sort of softened. I'm going to put the gas a bit down, and I'm going to start the next process. As you can see, it's caramelized nicely. It's not as soft as I would want the onions to be, but these processes will help. Now, This is a garlic ginger mix that I do. It's just very simple, ginger and garlic. So I'm adding, I love the flavor of garlic and ginger, so I'm adding 2. You can add 1, it's fine. Give that a good mix. You just want the rawness of the onions, the garlic and ginger. You just want that to go because it's not very nice smell. So once that rawness is gone, then it's going to add the spices. So literally that's been about a minute. Now I'm going to add the spices. In the restaurant, obviously, I would have used my very own mix powder, but I've made it easy for you guys to do at home. The spices I've heated up in the oil. Now I'm using tomato puree. I'm using 1 of these chef's spoon, which is about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons tomato puree. The gas is lowered. So this process is called boonering. So basically I'm making it into a booner. So I'm cooking the spices. So it doesn't have a smell to it because it stays in the packets. It's not fresh. So it kind of dampens. So when it's in the oil, it just livens up the oil and the heat. The chicken tikka goes in. I've cut it about 1.5 inch cubed, so about 10 pieces in there. 8 to 10 pieces is fine. It's cooking away nicely. Again, I'm going to use a glug of water. I forgot to mention I'm using half a tomato. Right, the secret ingredient, guys, for you guys at home. Now we make our own achar, but if you want to use an achar, use Patak's mango pickle. Very good, very flavoursome. It comes in different heat levels, medium, mild and spicy. Use the medium one, so nice, about 2 teaspoons that is, of mango achar. You can use any one that you like. We like mango, it's beautiful. All the spices are toasting away, it's gorgeous. I'm going to use a nice pinch of coriander now, and then in the finish as well. It brings out a nice flavour. Just want all the spices to sort of get stuck to the chicken, so the chicken should be more flavoured. Now this is halfway in the cooking. Now I'm going to add the gravy that all British Indian restaurants have. Used about 1.5 ladles, which is about, in measuring terms, I would say 2 cups. So now this would need a cooking about 3-4 minutes. So give it a nice mix. Now remember, if you don't like your food salty, the pickle is quite salty. So when you're adding in the salt, make sure you don't put too much. You can always add the salt if necessary. Now I'm putting my lid on, put the heat up to medium high again, cook it out. It should be ready in a few minutes. It's been about a few minutes simmering It's nearly ready. The little bit of oil that I added sort of rising. This is a Pune style dish, so I want the sauce to be reduced. It needs a few more minutes. So it's been about 4 or 5 minutes now. Looks about ready. Kind of sticking to the pan so you know it's ready. Stop it. Curry's ready, I'm going to dish it up now. Got my plate ready. Here's the dish, your chicken tikka achari. You can see the little pickles over here, the mango. Dish looks beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the tips, make sure you like, share, and you subscribe to my channel for more videos. I welcome everybody back to my channel. I've taken some time out. I needed a bit of rest, and I've had loads of messages and loads of calls to the restaurant to make more videos. I'm quite overwhelmed and quite surprised how it's making an impact on people's lives, and you're actually following the recipes, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to still keep the concept of the British Indian restaurant style cooking. I'm also in this series going to make a few little perks, little dishes that I enjoy, easy dishes I have at home, and also I'm going to do very traditional dishes soon as well. So hopefully, if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, support the channel, make sure you tell people you like and you share my content, and you get people to subscribe as well as yourselves. And if there's anything that you want me to do, just write on the request. It's loads of messages, and I do work, so it's very difficult to keep in touch with the channel, but I try my very best to actually read the messages. So if there's anything I can do for you, do try to send me messages, and I'll try my utmost to help and cook and advise and give you the little knowledge that I have. So hopefully that would help you. So there it is. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for coming back to my channel.